WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon here with you alongside guests. Well, a guest and
part-time.
Part-timer, exactly. None other than Lucas Twitch DeSangro. He would be the
part-time.
And
then, of course, yeah, that's right. I threw a Indiana Jones.
The only redeeming thing about that film, to be fair. But I did like Shia LaBeouf's role. I will admit that.
Fair enough. Alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro and Stuart Campbell. A friend of the show here, I guess an acquaintance, stopping on up here in studio, the ring announcer for the MFPW.
I wouldn't go as far as to say friend, but
that's why I changed it quickly and said acquaintance.
No, it's appreciated. It's appreciated.
Welcome, cousin Oliver.
Yeah.
Usually that's my role, but we are.
It still is.
We are considered twins, so that is the joke. Or you're me from the future.
That is what Danny Cage often calls us.
We are. I like to think he's me from the future.
I don't.
His behavior and Dr. George Medelson's looks, and yes, you're right on with that.
Yikes. It's somewhat terrifying, but. Man, I did.
This is going to be a very honest episode.
On a very special episode.
This is a very make or break my role with this show.
The most central episode of Pro Wrestling Weekly yet.
I don't know. When we were talking about some of the Hulk Hogan tape things, that was.
I'm going to get ready to take some abuse.
We'll leave it to Joey to describe it here.
Oh boy, it's going to be one of those shows. I can feel it.
So can I.
Oh, you poor thing.
All right, we'll see if we have a show left after this is done.
2 minutes in, this has already gone off the rails. You see what happens when you change the dynamic?
I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
Did you really just go Careless Whisper?
Yes, I did.
And who sang that again?
Wham!
Good, let's keep it that way.
Hey. You walked right into that
Try not to hack up along with those sort of jokes you're pulling today, Fearon.
You know, with how off
the occasional
key you
Jerry
right
Lawler, Henny Youngman type jokes every once in a while.
Yeah. No, hey, you pull those out, but you do it kind of. You're low key with it, man. You just kind of deliver them, and you're flat with it. It's a very dry delivery.
It's that very Bob Newhart stoic subtlety,
sort of.
Yeah. No, like it's right along and it's right in line with them. So that was good.
It most certainly is. And we've got, speaking of things, we've got Backlash coming your way tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's...
Yeah, that was a thing, yeah.
No, it's not. It's a very busy weekend for the three of us ahead.
I am, you know what, and this is just speaking as a fan, because I really don't think I have much of a right to talk about anything in terms of, WWE or backstage dealings. I do think it's a good move that they brought back, Backlash right after WrestleMania, because having WrestleMania go right into Extreme Rules.
No, they weren't.
I get it,
but they weren't doing that. It was they changed Payback to being the show that was next, but then it was like Payback and Backlash, just they're
interchangeable.
Yeah.
But Backlash has such a connotation with fans already. There's an emotional through line, just specifically with that name. So I just felt like it was a good thing for them to go back to that. I don't know.
And the other thing was, like, at least when I started wrestling, that was the lineup. It was WrestleMania, it was Backlash. When there was the brand split, it was Backlash, then it was Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You had the two Aftermath pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
And then there's me, where when I was a kid of that age, it was
Like in your
WrestleMania,
house.
and then no, actually, it was WrestleMania and then King of the Ring.
And then SummerSlam.
93, brah.
Nice.
Yeah, those.
Who was the King of the Ring in '93?
Bret Hart.
There you go.
And yeah, that kind of got overshadowed by Hogan, Yokozuna.
Oh, I mean, of course,
Grandstanding,
but
hot dogging.
yeah, I mean, oh yeah, just go ahead and drop that on us.
No, we're we'll leave it to Jay Hunter to do so.
Hot dog and grandstand, you selfish.
Nice.
There we go.
No, I was not expecting that, but that works.
I was.
Okay.
Well, that's because that was one of the little bits of show prep that you were actually involved in.
Hey.
And by that, it was you mentioning it in passing.
No, it's pronounced mentioning. He has, folks. Radio does not do justice for the look on his face. It really
Just stop it. Sorry. I was trying to cover his mouth, and then I hit the mic.
That sounded great.
It's the angry smirk that Bert gives when Ernie cracks a joke on Sesame Street.
Yeah, more or less, but I mean, it's I would say less, actual human here, but like.
Wow. All right.
Okay, wow.
Let's get into the wrestling talk here. This isn't the Pro Wrestling Weekly roast, although there's an idea for the future.
Oh, great.
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
just another outlet for you to all just...
Twitch DeSangro, this is your life.
Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
Yeah, that's right.
It most certainly is. So we'll have our predictions starting to go wrong for the pay-per-view a little bit later in the hour here. Also, a few things to get into. Some big WWE events heading to Tampa. We'll get into that. Also, a story that's been more than slightly rehashed, but we'll give you the latest on it, brother. Also, we'll talk a little bit of money coming up as the quarterly results for WWE were released. Also, an independent standout that is reportedly signed with WWE, and we'll talk.
You will bask in his glory, potentially.
Yeah, and we'll also talk. We'll also talk a little pigskin as well.
All right.
Yeah, just a few things going on. I know it's not the football that you're used to, as you're wearing an
My Theo Walcott Arsenal jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not even a fan of the Gunners necessarily. It's just I don't know, I like it.
soccer talk for those who are like, what are they talking about now?
Yeah.
I know it's a little lost here in the States.
It has its crowd. It's all good.
But something that I know that Lucas will get a huge kick out of here, an unexpected end to a lengthy in-ring gap. Former WWE wrestler Mark Capani, who I know that name may not sound familiar, but you might recognize this. Yes, wrestling as Muhammad Hassan. He returned to the ring for the first time in 13 years last Saturday.
What?
Wow.
At the Dynasty Pro Wrestling event in Amsterdam, New York against Papadon.
Awesome. I will say, I forgot to mention this last week when we covered the Greatest Royal Rumble, but I did not know that. I popped like a madman though when Sean Daivari came out with his brother Ari Daivari.
Well, we'll get into that as there's a story about that as well that we didn't get into.
Oh, absolutely.
And not a
No,
good
that-
one. Yeah. If you
was-
haven't heard about this, that's certainly a thing. But yeah, the Hassan character, he debuted in December of 2004, and Capani was released by the company in September of 2005, just 9 months later.
There was a
Through
bit of
no
a mishap.
fault of his own.
It was
Yeah.
it was a scheduling conflict, to say the least.
Yeah, their
scheduling.
their
Let's go with
scheduling of his character conflicted with the 9/11 attacks.
It wasn't the 9/11 attacks. It was the London bus bombing.
Yeah, the subway.
Oh, that.
And
oh,
it was
that
taped.
too.
It was unfortunately it was taped before that happened. The whole gag with that old gag, with
Yeah.
I believe I forget who he
It was
was.
Daivari, wasn't it?
No, I forget who he was fighting, but they
Feuding
did.
with at the time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I think it
Well,
was.
I mean, there was
on-
already backlash because of the the Arab anti-American character. This was just so that, the London thing was what put it over the top. You're
But
right.
this was taped beforehand. He was wrestling somebody, and a bunch of people dressed in ski masks and fatigues
Yeah.
attacked
Yeah.
the person in the ring, and they did almost like a video that certain people of that organization at the time would put out.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that was taped on a Tuesday, and the London bus bombing happened that Friday when the SmackDown aired.
Yeah, that was the Undertaker that they had gone
Yes,
after.
because he was feuding with. And then the backlash of that, whoa.
No,
Yeah.
it is such a shame that happened. Like he did cut a rebuttal promo after that,
he was set to get put over by the Undertaker, and instead he just got powerbombed off the ramp.
Well,
Such a
after
shame.
all that happened, UPN had apparently pressured WWE to keep Hassan off of their network, essentially deleting him from SmackDown, long before Matt Hardy.
Absolutely.
Deleting people.
It really is such a shame because that character was so good, and looking back on it as a more analytical adult, you can see how, I mean, you're almost like, yeah, he's a heel and he's being cocky about it, but he's almost right about the sentiments that were brought up.
He was doing what Jinder Mahal is now doing.
Pretty much, but I mean, you could debate about whether or not he's doing it more effectively, or if it's like the tone of it was.
I wouldn't
more
get too much into it.
Oh no! But it is up for debate, and I'm sure it's a debate that our listeners will certainly have. But I am so glad that he's back in a ring.
Most certainly. But
The wrestling business is better to have him in it.
It most certainly is. Now, a scary situation for when art turns into life. Mentioning the Daivari appearances on the Greatest Royal Rumble. The younger brothers you mentioned, Arya Daivari, stated on Twitter that he had received death threats following his appearance at last Friday's Greatest Royal Rumble event. To the point where he issued a statement on Twitter noting that he was simply playing a character that does not reflect his personal views, stating, quote, "During an appearance this past Friday, I portrayed a fictional character and played the role of an antagonist, no different than what other actors would do in a movie or TV show. That character does not reflect my personal views, and I apologize to anyone that may have been offended by the skit. I have an incredible amount of respect for the great people of Iran, and I am very proud of my Iranian heritage."
Yeah.
So the archaic patriotic jingoism we're used to seeing from the United States was transported over to Saudi Arabia, where the Iranians were the bad guys and 4 WWE trainees from Saudi Arabia who roughed them up were the good guys.
Yeah.
Well, we know who's staying off the tour for next year's Greatest Royal Rumble. Add that to the list.
There is a long history between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Of course, there's a very complex.
It's good
geopolitical
heat,
history.
Bubba, as the Iron Sheik would say.
Yeah, I guess you
Why
could
didn't
say
they
that.
drive up him for this?
Oh,
My goodness.
Absolutely. No,
Because it really would have been WrestleMania 37 once he had made it to the ring.
Yeah.
or World War III.
Oh, goodness.
Either one.
It's just, you know they're going to be left off the tour along with all of the women and Finn Balor's LGBTQ attire.
And Sami Zayn, apparently. Is of Lebanese heritage, and I don't know if that had anything to do with
he's
it.
of Syrian
but there's
descent.
speculation. That's right. Syrian.
There was. We're not going to go too much into it, but there was a slew of reasons certain people were not allowed, and unfortunately, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Well, one person who didn't have all to say about that and unfortunately said a little bit more and maybe getting into some hot water for it, at least according to Steve Gerwick of Gerwick.net, Corey Graves may be in some hot water.
And I love Corey Graves, and that was the right thing. Tremendous amount of respect to him for saying it.
Yeah, for those who missed it, it was an Instagram post following the Greatest Royal Rumble event in Saudi Arabia. He posted a can of beer and a full glass with the message, quote,
Oh, I didn't see that.
a drink to remember that no matter how bad we think we have it, at least our women have rights and we all have freedom of expression, adding the hashtag, if you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
And it was. I'm going back and watching like the pre-show and watching the panel and how they all are treading very carefully with what they say.
Not him.
Well, yeah, because he's home now.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean during the
makes a lot of
pre-show, there was a lot of verbal tightrope walking, which
we
after
really
our
don't
first
know.
break here, I may have to start doing. We'll
I was gonna
see.
say we don't know.
I am
we don't
so
know how
sorry.
To do that. No, it's
Derailed
probably
this.
me.
No, but I do get it. It's a different culture, and they have different values placed on different things. And it's a complicated, obviously, but Corey Graves is Corey Graves, and I respect him for that.
And the follow-up to that, while there's sympathy with his sentiments, the issue is over the fact that the statement was made publicly instead of privately, which could hurt WWE's business dealings with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because at the end of the day...
Are we really going back to that again?
Oh, please, I love this drop.
Oh, goodness. See...
Because at the end of the day...
now I got to find it.
No.
Oh, man.
All about the money. It's all about the money.
There
Sorry.
you go.
I was giggling at it multiple times this week. It just popped into my head. And you know why? Because I wasn't expecting that. That one was just out of nowhere like an RKO, and I broke into tears. I was listening back to it last week's show on YouTube. Which you can all
look at Pro Wrestling Weekly. I finally caught up after months and months of falling behind, and last week's episode's up there, and ideally at some point today I'll have this current episode that if you're not able to listen live, you'll be able to listen to the archive. Plus, you can listen to the archives audio-wise on WBCB1490.com. So a few different ways to get a listen to us here. Definitely some good stuff. So, according to one source from the Wrestling Observer, Graves is, quote, more replaceable than he thinks he is.
Who said that?
Well, it's an unnamed source.
I didn't
doubt
hear that
that
part. I'm sorry. I was too focused with hearing the more replaceable than he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Since you heard that after the fact, that was the point where you... All right, I'm not going to...
Because let's put it this way. Who else do you think is more replaceable than he thinks he is on this show? Me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
am
talking
here.
about. I mean,
I'm sitting right next
I'm
to
a
him.
celebrity now. That's right. I said it. I'm a celebrity.
That was a joke. That was meant as a joke. Am I really going to have to disclaim every single thing? Am I going to have to put out a slew of tweets disclaiming everything I've ever said on the show?
You show
That
some
is
respect
not
to
fair.
You show some respect to the former tag team champion of
Hey,
the MFPW.
that is Stuart. That is. I am no longer claiming him as me from the future. Stop it. He wanted to not be that.
He
just
came in
saying.
here with aviator sunglasses, just like, hey, how you doing, brother?
No, that's
the
not.
worker's handshake.
No,
yeah.
stop it. Now you're giving away backstage terms.
Gonna do big things, brother.
That's not what happened.
always
whatsoever.
worried about breaking kayfabe.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, speaking of breaks, I should say, let's go ahead and take one here and see if I'm
We might need to
not
break
as broken as Matt Hardy in Impact TNA. All right, we'll be back. We've got Ed on the phones. We'll get to him on the other side with a look at the local scene and more chicanery, tomfoolery, hijinks, and other fun things here.
tightrope walking. On
Yeah, more
behalf of the
tightrope
intern.
walking on behalf of everybody. Alongside Stuart Campbell and Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Chickies and Pete's, your favorite local sports bar, is home to the ultimate playoff watch parties for all home and away playoff games. If you can't be there, be here for Philly and Boston. The best in-game experience is at Chickies and Pete's. Nobody does it better. Come to South Philly and join Sixers PA announcer for every away game. See him live and enjoy the best in-game experience. Daily drink specials, ice-cold draft beer, a wide selection of craft beers, world-famous crab fries, and all your Chickies and Pete's food favorites. If you can't be there, be here for Philly and Boston every game. Chickies and Pete's.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
Hi, I'm Dean Malik, and I'm asking for your vote on May 15th to be your next Republican congressman for Bucks County and Pennsylvania's 1st Congressional District. I'm a Marine Corps veteran of the Iraq War, a former Bucks County criminal prosecutor, and a practicing attorney. I'm also a husband and father. I am a constitutional conservative, and I support President Trump's agenda to make America great again. I'm Dean Malik, your real Republican choice for Congress.
Paid for by Friends of Dean Malik.
And I approve this message.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Energy costs are skyrocketing. Now's the time to upgrade your old heater and air conditioning systems to more efficient units to save on your utility bills. Harris Comfort can also handle all your propane needs, as well as providing sales and service on whole house generators. Harris Comfort is still family owned and has been serving our area for over 60 years, providing sales, service, installation, and peace of mind. Call 215-788-4596 or go to harriscomfort.com. Harris Comfort, still family and still local.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to the Cuckoo's Nest, which is better known as Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
But where's Chief at?
Well, apparently Chief is on the Pro Wrestling Weekly Facebook fan page in the port of Jerome saying that meds need to be passed out all around.
That would be sounding more like Nurse Ratchet.
You paying for him, Jerome?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you an address. I'll give you a P.O. box, but, you know.
Sweet mercy.
Let's go on a boating trip.
This is a monster of your making, Fearon Derry. I want you to know that.
This is a monster of my making?
No,
yes.
It's a monster of my making. Who are we kidding? I'm usually the catalyst for everything on this show. Note the time, Ted. Thank you very much.
Except...
Oh, man.
Sorry. Please note the time, Mr. Ted.
Yeah. You give a guy
nothing
one
but respect for my
championship.
PD. Too sweet.
You give a guy one championship, I swear.
You obviously don't know the dynamic of the show. I say something that incriminates me even more. Ted notes the time, and that's a drop.
Fair enough.
Little inside look.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many that I haven't put into the mix yet, just because, time.
Yeah. No, seriously, people. Fearon Derry works incredibly hard. And here's Twitch cutting the man off at every turn. Nah, obviously not. But
stop disclaiming. If you're gonna S on me, roll with the bit.
At some point I just kind of feel bad, but
that's during the commercial breaks and after the show. That's when you get to feel bad.
It's a sign of weakness.
Do not break kayfabe. Gosh darn it.
The only way out is through. Anyway, continue on.
Oh goodness. Well,
he's like Magic Johnson in the the Death Star instructional video. Nah, but seriously, you will have to get through that porthole.
Anyway,
I'm so lost right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you and I both, brother.
So one way to kind of get things back on track, let's go ahead and get to the phones and a look at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. Happy May 4th, belated.
Belated, yes. Star Wars Day, thank you.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes, live long and prosper.
Ha.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
And also with you.
It's pretty much, that's the way I usually say it. And also with you.
Were you raised Catholic, Fearon? And also with
what
you.
What was my upbringing out of this?
I don't know. Hey, man, I'm not judging. There's no judgment here. I'm sorry. I'm cutting off.
It doesn't matter what my upbringing was.
There you go.
We need the Miz to control this.
Yeah, quiet on the set. Exactly.
All right.
My hand goes up.
His other one about his hand.
Oh, that too.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
I'd like to note that someone just brought up The Miz as a potential voice of reason in this dynamic, which just goes to show how off the rails this really is.
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
What?
Yeah,
dogs and
Cats.
Kurt Angle is in New Jersey tomorrow for his book signing at Barnes & Noble.
Oh.
Starting at 11 a.m.
Which Barnes & Noble? Do you happen to know?
Springfield, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Raw the first 25 years.
Oh.
I mentioned that, I think, a week or two ago.
Yes, you did mention it last week, I believe.
Right on.
And we had this Collectors Fest going on right now.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say I do have something. I was going to get into that, but things got a little derailed. Coming up right now through 4 o'clock this afternoon at the Sportsplex at 1331 O'Reilly Drive in Feasterville, PA, is the Icons of Wrestling Convention and Fan Fest. See guests including WWE Hall of Famers Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Tito Santana, as well as Sean Waltman, formerly known as X-Pac, and Ray Apollo appearing as Doink the Clown. And then tonight, we've got Battleground Championship Wrestling. Doors open at 7. The action starts at 8. You'll see a battle of Hall of Famers when Hacksaw Jim Duggan faces Nikolai Volkov. And in the main event, Dan Maff takes on Matt Tremont in a 4 Corners of Pain match.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's in the name of the match.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Sean Waldman was a Hall of Famer, too. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I do not believe so.
No, a lot of the other members of the clique are, in Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Shawn Michaels. I mean, I'm sure Triple H is bound to be at some point.
Yeah.
And
who knows? Maybe next year with Sean Waldman.
My apologies, Fran. What is the name of the building that Icons and Collectors Fest is being held at again?
The Sportsplex?
The Sportsplex in Feasterville.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Just want to write that down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Thank you.
ROH June 2nd in Hammerstein Ballroom in New York.
I love Ring of Honor at the Hammerstein. It's such a unique atmosphere. There's nothing quite like it. It really is the closest thing to modern day ECW.
And a lot of the best moments in Ring of Honor have happened at the Hammerstein.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You think about a lot of the Steen Jericho, Steen and Generico matches.
Oh yeah, the Ladder War.
Yes. What was it?
Wound up being El Generico's last match in Ring of
Honor. Homicide winning his first Ring of Honor world title, defeating Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, no, just a bunch of classic matches with I mean, my personal memory for me, it was my first Ring of Honor show ever was Best in the World 2012 Hostage Crisis. It was Kevin Steen, and Davey Richards in the main event. But Cedric Alexander stole that show, and it's great to see the heights that he's gone to. And it's just great to see what Ring of Honor in general is doing. Such a class promotion.
WWE in Allentown, May 7th at 7:30, and SmackDown in Baltimore, May 8th.
That's coming up this Monday and Tuesday. Yeah.
Not to mention the pay-per-view in Newark.
In Newark tomorrow, yeah, Backlash.
Oh, yeah. Is there, what, Newark, New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing, yeah, at the Prudential Center, and I'm guessing the Allentown show's at the PPL, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes.
Right
PPL
on.
Center.
Nice little facility they've got there. I went there for a Phantoms game, so it's nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good times up there.
And Wildwood, New Jersey, tickets on sale now for July 28th.
Wildwood. Who runs in Wildwood?
WWE.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's my fault. I forgot to say that.
No. I mean, I wasn't clear. I didn't know if it was some sort of local thing or. That's cool that they're still going to Wildwood.
Yes, yeah. I think they do that once a year in the summertime only.
Good time for it.
Yeah.
That may be a bit of a hike, though. I think I'll be pretty busy that day.
Makes sense.
Details still to come on that.
Yeah. Plus your birthday. That's your birthday, I think.
Yeah, we're trying to see what we might be doing for that. I got a couple of ideas that we're kind of sketching down. Maybe something with one of our sponsors.
Is that your birthday?
Yeah, the 28th.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Right on. I'll try to remember to get you something and inevitably forget.
There you go.
Lucky guess.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, we did kind of we skirted along with it over the course of the past few weeks, but yeah, I think we'll see. There's some discussions in the works.
Nifty.
Might be a remote broadcast as well. We'll
Ooh.
Yeah, might be taking the show on the road that day.
Nice.
Very nice.
And Tequila, this might be out. It's in Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania, at the high school. Mr. Anderson, Quackenbush, and Mr. Touchdown, May 5th, starting at 7 p.m.
Oh, wow, Mr. Anderson running out of... what is it, Mount Pocono?
Yes,
Yes.
it's the Infinite Gauntlet.
Oh, no way.
Yes, it's Chikara's big tournament that they're doing.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, it's tonight at 7:00 Pocono Summit from the Pocono Mountain West Junior High School.
Gotcha.
So per the junior high school, every attendee must have a purchase ticket regardless of age. No free tickets will be provided for children 12 and under.
That is such a cool promotion, Shikara. Like, I mean, there's really nothing quite like it in the world, I would say.
And Quackenbush is, I think this is second or third match since he retired. I think he's slowly getting back into it.
Well, I don't know if he was ever really out of it per se. I mean, he runs the training over there at the Wrestle Factory, so it's hard to say.
That's about it.
All right. Well, we appreciate the look at the local scene as always, and we'll catch up with you next week here on the program, and we'll see all the other fun and hilarity and everything else going on here as we go back to the Facebook fan page. Bob actually chiming in regarding the reference to yesterday. He said, actually, it's "May the Schwartz be with you."
Nice.
Points.
Little Spaceballs reference there.
I'm surrounded by holes.
Yeah. Most certain. Yeah.
You don't have to agree with me. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, just here in the room. I mean,
Nope.
Ted is definitely not one of those on the other side of the glass.
Oh, without a doubt not, no.
No comment. Not about Ted. Ted's a gem. He's a good egg.
Ted is doubled over in laughter right now. I am so fired.
Like, what have they done to this show?
I don't know, but it's about time we take it to a point that we usually take it around this time here, and that's because things are getting sweet over at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA.
Are they getting too...
No.
Oh, okay.
No, don't you even.
We want to keep this show on the air. We do not need
we don't need cease and desist, exactly. Yes, the boys at B-Gob, they're geeking out about a new brew with Lord of the Rings references.
No way.
Nice.
Yes. Tom Bombadil, their new farmhouse ale with wildflower honey, debuted last night at the tap room, and
I love it.
Also can be tasted today at the Washington Crossing Beer Fest.
That sounds really cool. Where is this Broken Goblet Brewery?
1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA.
He was going to get to that.
Well, I've got to it already, but...
I am trying to establish a rapport here. And
No, I wasn't doing it to
I know,
dig.
I know.
I was just making a joke.
Okay, calm down, little one.
Yeah.
Jerome, if you got those meds. Yeah.
Just... Lucas, I'll continue the live read. You go back to your drawing there, baby.
If looks could kill, man, I tell you. Really? Oh, my gosh, Fearon.
He is about to rage quit.
We apologize to the Broken Goblet.
No, don't. Apologize to the Broken Goblet. Don't apologize to Lucas. He's been taking all the abuse this episode.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, this tavern?
Yes, well, it's a brewery, and it's a delicious one. The farmhouse ale with wildflower honey, and it's a nice ray of countryside sunshine. It sounds like something right up Ted Efaw's alley, too.
Hey,
the Country Road Show. It's not quite sweet tea, but it'll get the job done. That's for sure.
Not gonna lie, these like local craft breweries, like this is such a good area for them too.
It most certainly is.
A lot of really good ones.
Also, today is a Firkin Awesome Sunday or Saturday. That too. It's a Firkin Awesome Saturday, as on the hand pump is a dry hopped Gyroscopes in Infrared. It's their West Coast style IPA.
Oh, rad.
Yeah, plus at 5 o'clock on the big screen, they'll have the Sixers game, little hoops.
Yeah. Hey, are you, Fearon, if I may ask, are you trusting the process?
Well, I'm trusting their process a lot more than the process that I've had with this one here, which has gone on maybe a little bit longer than the Sixers process.
Understandable. Now, I mean, but hey, we were talking about like plans.
Why don't we talk about the food as well? Considering some of us are squares and don't drink.
Actually,
me referring to me.
I was getting there actually.
So, yeah.
And tomorrow from noon until 5, come in for Sunday, Bloody Mary flights while supplies last. Yeah, they do flights of Bloody Marys.
You know, we were talking about stuff that we were doing after today's show. Honestly, the Broken Goblet Brewery sounds like a decent plan to me.
It does. It does. Let's hope that the bashing does not continue there. I really just set myself up for disaster now, didn't I?
You have no idea. Anyway.
And, if you missed it a couple of months ago, or if you didn't and want more because it was so good, next Saturday is the day, the release of the second batch of No One Likes Us, We Don't Care.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Their unfiltered IPA. And this batch, well, it's got a little extra special something to it, as it was brewed with the assistance of a very special intern. No, not Lucas.
Huh.
Although I am quite special for different reasons.
Yeah.
Indeed. No, that would be none other than the Eagles' Jason Kelsey.
Oh, yeah, that's
He
right.
assisted with the brewing of this beer.
Absolutely.
Did he wear the Mummers outfit?
Well, no, because you didn't want to get like all the grain and hops all over the Mummers outfit. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
Fair
absolutely.
enough.
No, I'm
trying to add to the...
I hear you.
I'm not talking to you.
It's a funny image. Also, hush your mouth. But no, I'm a member of the Sons of Ben, and we brought that chant over from Millwall. The history of the chant from Millwall. It's a team in England, and we kind of adapted it to Philly. So to hear Jason Kelsey spread it and just give it to the rest of the city of Philadelphia, it warms my heart. And to see them bring it out, No One Likes Us, We Don't Care brew. That's just wonderful,
and I got the chance to have some of it last time. It was very good, and I'm not even an IPA guy.
You went to the premiere of it.
I went to the release of it, and as a surprise that was unadvertised, Kelsey had shown up to that.
You can tell he loves this town, man.
He does.
And we love him back.
Most certainly. Now, the release for next Saturday, that will be released in both draft and crowler format, so you can get a 32-ounce canned crowler, as well as you can buy 14-ounce glasses on tap of it. And there will also be food from Jay's Steak and Hoagie Joint, the new locale for them, and also live music inside all day from 10 different artists. Just as you can see a few of the different reasons why it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. We are kind of late for a break, so let's go ahead and take care of that. We still got our predictions starting to go wrong, more news, notes, today in wrestling history, birthdays, and a whole bunch more. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
I'm Jean Coyle, President and CEO of Penn Community Bank. Penn Community Bank is truly different from most banks you hear about. We operate under a mutual charter. We are not publicly traded. We have no outside stockholders. We exist to serve our communities. What does this mean for you? Fair fees, local decisions, and a long-term strategy focused on our customers. Check us out at penncommunitybank.com.
Penn Community Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
I'm Henry Carpenter, a certified elder law attorney, and we're Bucks County Elder Law, a life care planning law firm. We understand the challenges you face and the options available to you. With expertise in all areas of law affecting seniors and their families, we give your concerns the time they deserve. More importantly, we give you the compassion and support you deserve. My team and I work with your medical professionals, financial planners, and accountants to obtain the information and input we need to help you make an informed decision and to obtain the best possible result in any situation. Whatever your concerns, you want to work with an experienced lawyer who truly understands your situation and who truly cares. Dedicated solely to the practice of elder law in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, we can help you make decisions tailored to meet the needs of your family. As a life care planning law firm, we protect your quality of life while we preserve your assets. To us, you're more than a number, your family. At Bucks County Elder Law, we empower you to make the best legal, care, and planning decisions for you and your family. We invite you to call us today at 215-493 853-0727 to schedule a free initial consultation. Join us each Tuesday at 9 a.m. for Senior Legal Strategies right here on WBCB, and to visit our website at buckscountyelderlaw.com.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management. Teamwork is essential in winning games and in the business world. The Reedman Toll Auto Group and Penco Tech have been working side by side for over 40 years, and now they're teammates. Penco Tech trains auto technicians and auto body techs, and Reedman Toll has the full-time careers waiting for them. Train at Penco, work at Reedman Toll. If you want a great career in the automotive field, call Penco Tech at 215-785-0111 or go to pencotech.edu. A great career at Reedman Toll starts with training at Penco Tech.
Your health is your most precious asset. Tune in to St. Mary Healthline Wednesday at 9 a.m. for advice on how to better manage your health. You will hear about important medical issues from the doctors and professionals across all service lines from St. Mary Medical Center. You will have the opportunity to talk or email your questions to the experts who can help you live a healthier lifestyle. St. Mary Healthline, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. It's your health. Expect more.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, May 5. On this date in 1997, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Green Bay, Wisconsin. In the main event, Steve Austin pinned the British Bulldog. On this date in 2001, the WWF held its UK-only Insurrection pay-per-view. In the main event, The Undertaker defeated Steve Austin and Triple H in a handicap match challenging for the WWF Championship. Because Undertaker pinned Triple H, Austin retained the title. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. In the main event, Goldberg fought Christian to a no contest. On this date in 2014, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Albany, New York. In the main event, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper defeated Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins in a six-man tag team match. This has been Today in Wrestling History, May 5. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Ron Derry alongside Lucas DeSangro and Stuart Campbell, ring announcer for the MFPW and also an announcer for hire. So you're going to have him announce quite a different thing.
Your
at Stu the announcer, is that the...
It's Stu, at Stu the announcer on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat if you're into those sorts of things. I'll do birthday parties, weddings, funerals, I don't care.
He means that too. He will. And the way he's doing his getting creative with how he's saying announcer for hire, mwah.
Very well done.
5 stars.
I do what I can.
All right. Now, one other tidbit to tell you about here. The place to get action figures, replica title belts, sports memorabilia, banners, and more is at George's Cards and Collectibles. We're coming up on Saturday, June 16th from 1 to 3 p.m. This is for the fans of the Diamond. Former Phillies and Mets baseball star Lenny Dykstra will appear at the Neshaminy Mall Cards and Collectibles show.
Nice.
Yeah, Nails, one of my favorites from...
Who's the boss now, boss? Oh, not that Nails.
No, it's...
sorry.
No.
Please carry on.
Yeah, thank you. One of my favorites from the '93 team that made me wake up and fall in love with baseball at the young age of 11, 12 years old.
That seemed to happen for a lot of kids in the area, didn't it?
It did, yeah. That whole team.
That's one of my first memories is the Mother's Day game, Mariana Duncan, the Grand Slam. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my gosh, we could talk about that for a while, but we got to finish this up here.
Yeah.
George's has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and their newest location in the Oxford Valley Mall on the 2nd level next to Charlotte Roos. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook.
So you live right by this thing, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it's just down the road from the station here as well. That's their
nice.
original location.
Can we stop by?
Yes.
Oh, rad, dude. Yeah.
I mean, we get to go to a place where they have wrestling action figures? No, I don't feel like, yes, let's go. Sure.
Yeah.
Please.
Hey, there you go, man.
If he wouldn't get heat from me on it, he'd leave now.
Yeah. The more appropriate thing would be if Stuart wasn't here, I'd still go.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I did see him get out of his chair a little bit, but yeah. Really, just by instinct. I'm not saying he. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, because time is moving quickly on us here.
We'll lay off. I promise.
No, please. It's comedy.
No, I love it. Please keep going.
Can't you see how happy I am, Stuart?
I'm just delighted.
That was very throaty.
But yeah, no, that must have sounded great on the microphone.
It did. That'll be fun for the replay. So, Rock Cena thrice in a lifetime?
What?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson congratulating John Cena for landing the lead role in the movie The Jansen Directive, which The Rock's company is producing. So a little bit of an interaction. Yeah, Cena's starring in a movie that The Rock is producing.
Huh.
He said on Instagram, "Congrats, man, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you. Thank you for your commitment to the role, and remember, as your producer, if you screw up, I'm coming to set and dropping the people's elbow on you. And you know firsthand how devastating my elbow drops can be. Congrats, my friend, and let's go make a good one."
Yeah, so this is through $7 Productions.
This is through $7 Productions. That is correct.
No, the fact that he's gotten into production is really just like that's a logical development for me, and he knows what's entertaining. So
he is the most electrifying man in not just sports anymore, not just sports entertainment, in entertainment. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. And didn't he produce something for CNN as well? Something about like the art of comedy. I don't know.
There's been a lot of things on his plate, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, he always comes out with good stuff, so I'm looking forward to it.
Most certainly. So this is interesting. Some possible WWE events heading to Tampa of a bigger nature. Tampa, Florida officials are revealed that they are bidding to host WrestleMania and/or other signature WWE events. The Tampa Bay Sports Commission Executive Director Rob Higgins making the announcement along with WWE wrestler Titus O'Neil, who's from the Tampa area, on Thursday at the Sneaker Soiree event, telling TampaBay.com, quote, "They'll take some time to evaluate the bid, and then I'm sure we'll be in the conversation with them to see where it takes us." Now, Florida has hosted 3 WrestleManias in the past, 2 in Orlando and 1 in Miami, and the bid for Tampa Bay is to hold WrestleMania either 39, 40, or 41 in 2023, 24, or 25. So a little ways away.
No, but it makes sense. I mean, Vince McMahon has always had a good relationship with the governor of Florida, Rick Scott. In fact, that was part of the reason why they put the performance center down there, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. So any chance they can get. And in the article specifically mentioned was the Royal Rumble, with the commission hoping to host in either 2022 or 2023. And it does open the possibility of holding the Royal Rumble outdoors, given that Tampa's average high temperature in late January is roughly 72 degrees.
Oh, there's a reason all the Northerners go down there.
Absolutely.
That
And that stadium's listed capacity is 65,890 for football and up to 75,000 for special events.
This is Raymond James Stadium you're talking about, is it? Okay, yeah. Oh, my gosh. If they involve the cannons...
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that.
Absolutely. A WrestleMania with a pirate ship. That is... Yes, please.
That'd be perfect for Kairi Sane to make her debut.
You know, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but if she's making her debut in 2024,
Well, no, I mean like on the main roster or
I hear
WrestleMania, something like that.
Makes sense.
Also, in a story that seems like it's being slightly rehashed, TMZ is reporting that Hulk Hogan is closing in on a return to WWE. They noted that Hogan and WWE officials have had talks. Apparently, the royal family in Saudi Arabia wanted Hogan to be part of the greatest Royal Rumble event.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Hogan didn't make the trip, but the two sides are said to be talking, and it's being drummed up again because Hogan delivered an induction speech on Wednesday at the Boys and Girls Club Alumni Hall of Fame, and the TMZ story noted that WWE officials were paying close attention to how Hogan was received, and apparently it went very well, so we'll see.
Where was this at again, this Boys and Girls Club?
It was the Boys and Girls Club Alumni Hall of Fame ceremony. It doesn't say where it was being held.
So I was going to say, if it was in Florida, well, that's his turf.
Yeah, no, he's billed from Tampa, Florida for all these years.
And Hogan's Beat Shop, they love him down there.
Down in Clearwater. Do. That is such a cool little shop.
It is.
I used to walk there from my grandma's house. It was really neat.
All right, and one other story that we've got here quickly because, yikes, we've got like not even 6 minutes here. And sticking with the Florida theme, apparently Orlando might be involved with...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the XFL!
Yeah, Vince is apparently interested in having Orlando host a team, and the Orlando Sentinel reporting that WWE Senior Vice President John Saber reached out to Alan Johnson, the director of Orlando Venues, regarding the possibility. And they discussed that they were aware of the other league, the Alliance of American Football, headed by Charlie Ebersol.
There was a great picture I saw. If it was the Alliance Football League, but it had Shane and Stephanie from 2001 on the front. It was great.
And apparently they felt that the Orlando market could support 2 teams. The story noting that the rival league will have a team in Orlando coached by Florida Gators coaching legend Steve Spurrier, who, when the league starts next year, will be 74.
Head ball coach going to the AFL.
Exactly. That's at the AAF or whatever it is.
Yeah, not sure.
And interesting enough as well, in the latest quarterly report filled with the Securities and Exchange Commission, it was noted that WWE has acquired a minority equity interest in Alpha Entertainment LLC, the Vince McMahon-owned company which serves as the XFL's parent company.
Interesting.
So it specifically states that the equity interest in Alpha Entertainment came without payment or other financial obligation on the part of WWE. Yeah, I don't know. It's starting to sound a little bit like history repeating itself. Also, according to Sean Radican of PWTorch.com, independent standout Keith Lee has signed a WWE deal.
Good for him.
He is set to work his remainder of independent matches over the course of this month, his final Pro Wrestling Guerrilla event on May 25th.
Named for him, bask in his glory.
Absolutely. No, he's such a good dude. It's really cool to see people get their shots, especially a guy like Keith Lee.
We have 2 minutes for predictions and 2 minutes for the rest of the wrap-up here. So let's get into the predictions. 9 matches here. The kickoff, we've got Bayley against Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
That's what I'm going with. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton for the U.S. title.
Hardy.
I'm agreeing with you on that one. I already have my picks typed in, and not on your copy, though. Nia Jax defending the women's title for Raw against Alexa Bliss.
Nia retains.
Okay. I'm just trying to hold on to your lead, I suppose. Or I don't know. Seth Rollins against The Miz for the Intercontinental title.
Seth.
Okay, we're 4 for 4 on agreeing. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I'm going KO and Sami. They've been destroyed by them 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with Team Yip as well.
Yeah, Yip.
Roman Reigns against Samoa Joe, the Battle of the Samoans.
Joe. By that I mean
finally...
Samoa Joe, not Joe in Hawaii.
Gotcha. I'm going Reigns on this one, so we finally differ. Daniel Bryan against Big Cass.
Cass.
I'm agreeing with you on that one. Carmella against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title.
I'm going to say that Charlotte wins back her title.
I'm agreeing with that. And AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, no DQ for the WWE title.
Shinsuke.
I'm going AJ. All right, so we got 2 that we disagree on. So if things go that way, I might be able to catch up and tie you here. We'll see.
Wait, am I beating you in predictions for the year?
So far, yeah, you're ahead by 2.
What?
You're 24-19 for the year. I'm 22-21. I had an awful WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah, so you gained like 3 on me with that.
Damn.
That's.
I just assumed I was losing.
No. For once, for once you're ahead here. And let's see here. Well, we were going to talk money, but we'll save that for next week. Why not? But that gives us just enough time for
birthdays.
Yes, birthdays in wrestling, and also the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. So on this date in 1939, William F. Watts Jr. was born. The WWE Hall of Fame wrestler and promoter, better known as Cowboy Bill Watts, turned 79 today.
That's so cool.
I got the chance to meet him at one of the Sinemanias along here a little bit ago. It was a fun time.
Nice.
On this date in 1961, Hiroshi Hase was born. The former WCW International World Heavyweight Champion and current head of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology under the Prime Minister of Japan. How's that for a twist?
Absolutely. No, a lot of those guys seem to transition into politics. I mean,
look at Kane.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Well,
I
you
meant
meant
in
in
Japan.
Japan. No, I
Antonio
hear you.
Inoki is part of the Japanese legislature, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, he turns 57 today. And on this date in 1988, Brooke Ellen Bolea was born. The singer, actress, media personality, and professional wrestler better known as Brooke Hogan, daughter of legend and Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan. She turns 30 today.
Yeah, well, happy
I
birthday.
feel old. And 3 Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1943, Michael Palin was born. The British comedian and television presenter best known for being part of the Monty Python comedy troupe.
God bless him.
Yeah, he turned 75 today. On this date in 1970, James Todd Newton was born. The daytime Emmy Award-winning game show host of shows like Family Game Night, Monopoly Millionaires Club, and Whammy the All-New Press Your Luck. He turns 48 today. And on this date in 1988, Adele was born. Adele Laurie Blue Adkins, the songwriter and singer with chart toppers like Rolling in the Deep, Someone Like You, Set Fire to the Rain, and Hello. She turns 30 today. That's it for us. Time for the news and all the other stuff here. So we'll be back next week. I don't know if Stuart will be. But
I do thank you for having me on. It was a really cool experience.
No, it definitely is appreciated.
I'm regretting bringing him.